full cab flip.
Yeah, that one worked out, thankfully. Or we'd have to wrestle with that.
Oh, man. So about that ender, I'd like to welcome a very special guest, good friend, Mr. Zak Shaner.
Hi, how are we?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing good.
How you feeling this morning?
I'm a little groggy from last night. Been celebrating my birthday.
When's your birthday?
It's coming up on the 12th. Couple days.
Couple days. How old are you gonna be?
Oh, yeah, I'll be 27.
27.
Yeah.
All right, Zach. Let's just get into it. Where are you from?
I'm from Oroville, California, Northern California.
Is that where you grew up? You've been there your whole life?
Yeah, born and raised in Oroville.
Ever lived anywhere else?
I've lived in Chico for maybe off and on for a year with my mom back in high school area, but Oroville.
Right on.
In Oroville.
Family? Who's your family?
My dad, my mother,
oh, okay.
Mark and Christy. My dad lives in Hawaii. He works at a Wyndham Resorts. He's just basically selling vacation activities and doing the whole business entrepreneurship. He is an entrepreneur in sales, and this motherfucker can sell an Eskimo ice. He is he's got a special talent. He's doing actual Airbnb now as well, which I think for about $65 a night you can get a room. His room. He's
in Hawaii.
In Hawaii, he's renting out ocean view right across the street from the actual ocean on Alihi Drive. That's the main road in Kona, and it's from what I've seen, the pictures so far are fucking breathtaking. It's
for $65 a night.
$65 a night, and it's
all
plush.
Right, you hear that, everybody?
Plush
Just
living.
Hit him up.
Literally. So yeah, if you're trying to get some plush living in Kona, the Big Island. And he's got all the vacation activities. He's the salesman right there. He might even have some weed for you too.
Might even have some. That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Siblings? You got any siblings?
I have a sister. She moved back from Texas recently. She was out in Texas with her husband. They've been on a work mission for a while, and finally they get to leave Texas and move back. My sister is actually not really doing too much work right now. She's cleaning houses. She's doing her own little business of cleaning houses. But her husband, Todd, he's been, what was he doing? He was doing the lineman school. So he finished that internship, and then he got to come back, which he kind of switched up what he's wanting to do. I think he's doing PG&E right now as well.
Right on.
He seems to be switching it up a lot, but he's making good money.
Right on.
Yeah, they're doing it.
Don't forget about Taco.
Paco, man.
Paco.
We, Paco's 14 years old. We've had him. I've had him since high school. Rescued him from the pound. It's my fucking homeboy, Paco.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a little Chihuahua. He's the softest Chihuahua you'll ever see. He's very loving. He's just amazing. I used to take him everywhere. He likes to stay home a little bit more now, go on walks and takes his shits around, the neighborhood and kind of like piss on everything, literally, and he likes his treats, and he just likes to hang out and snuggle mainly. He's just a little older now, so snuggling seems to be his key. Yeah.
Okay, so you got any sponsors? Had any sponsors? Let's start from the beginning.
From the beginning, it was probably Boardwarrior was kind of the first thing to actually happen when Keith, when you
put you on.
You basically, asked me about coming out and having a little talk about getting a full length going, and that was the start of it all. That was the start of literally filming for a full part video, which is very good to try out in life, to test it out, see how it works.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that? Like, what was it like filming that for the full length?
you're just pushing yourself to a limit that you usually don't, because you want to show everybody what you kind of got, what bag of tricks, what tricks you can learn, what tricks you can improve on consistently, and just all around. I like style. Style is the best. So it's like,
That's like the most
how
important thing for you is to make sure it looks
if
stylish.
I'm gonna watch somebody's part, I definitely want to see the style that they got. It's very important to see the steez, including maybe even the clothing that they got on too, can help out with that as well. Style is key. Ben Atchley was like the first person I really looked up to a long time ago and back in the day, and it was just like his frontside airs along with his baggy pants that he had, and that was it right there.
Yeah.
It was just like, I loved that. And that's actually Brent Atchley is why I do frontside airs.
Really?
That was the start of it all.
That was your inspiration for that?
Once I started Chris Moon, he taught me the secret. I'm not going to teach anybody the secret. Actually, I mean, yeah, I'm just,
You're not going to share your secrets with frontside airs?
Well, it's all in the no, it's
no.
It's too hard to talk about right now.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe one day, but
maybe I'll coax it out of you later.
Yeah, I love frontside airs.
We'll get you to talk about it.
That shit's sick.
Okay, so Boardwarrior, and then they dissolved. We dissolved.
Yeah.
And then what happened after that?
I started working at this place called Blazin' J's. It's a smoke shop in Oroville, California. We started in Chico in the 90s, blowing their own glass. The guy who started it. I'm going to take these off.
There you go. I can see you now.
Yeah, my eyes feel better now. Okay. So, what were we at?
Blazin' J's. Started in Chico.
In the 90s. The guy who started it started blowing his own glass on his stove at his dad's house.
Crazy.
So he started in high school. He was selling the glass at high school to all the homies, whoever, had money for glass. And then after that, he started the shop up in like the 95 or something, to where, he started selling the glass that he was producing. He had a glass shop where he's producing all this Pyrex glass, bongs, pipes, pendants.
So he was like completely 100% producing all of his own product, all of his own glass, everything, and selling that out of like a storefront in Chico, right?
Yeah, that's how he started. And then once he branded it, he got the brand in his name, paid for the brand, so Blaze One is his. Then he started branding the glass with the Blaze One brand, and he started doing T-shirts, hats, etc., taking it to all the markets that are going on, the farmers markets, as well as the
so just hustling,
the big festivals, the reggae's on the rivers, and all these different festivals and shit, which is big clientele.
Yeah,
and it gets your brand out. There's an online website you can get all the glass as well. Well, after the glass gets made, he opens up multiple businesses. Oroville was in 2011, as well as Paradise, and now this year's 2017. So we just opened up in Grass Valley on Main Street on 420 of this year.
6, so 3 locations now.
4
locations.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep. So and he's looking for 15 plus coming out to Sac here pretty soon. That's going to be what the next.
So what's your role there? Like, what do you do at the shop?
I guess I'm just like the skate shop manager there. I started a little skate shop there a couple years back because we're the only place in Oroville that has anything, and it's worked out.
No, I remember when you called me about that.
Yeah, just to look for advice because I don't know what the fuck's going on. So, and I've learned a lot about sales and skateboarding. I've learned a lot, and just doing it on my own and checking it out. It's pretty cool. I like it. If I ever want to maybe open up my own skate shop or a skate park, I want to stay in skateboarding for sure, and with whatever I do, surround myself with what I love. I'm sure everybody wants to do that.
That's what I do.
I mean, it would be sick to open a skate park, have your skate shop, everything you really need. You can skate throughout the day. You can be around all the homies. You can, and spread the love and still, just be around skateboarding. Surround yourself with it.
Well, when you have a skate park, work at a skate park, own a skate park, it's like a never-ending session. It's
100%.
100%. Every time you're there, it's
and
just, the session's just going all
depending
the time.
on what kind of skate park you have, you can have different obstacles you can make. I mean, if you do it the right way, Epic, back in the day, there's different obstacles you can move around, definitely, and make different things out of what you got. That's how I would like to do it, because I've always been that way growing up, where I've had these certain items growing up skating in front of my house, to where I'd take things apart and be able to make a launch ramp into my fucking driveway, or I would take that apart and make a manual ramp and fucking skate manuals in the driveway, or like
I think we all did
hook
that.
a fucking a bar, you know what I mean? Like have a ramp and you have a little bar that you do a bump jump to, fucking grinds down the bar and shit. Like that's like my highlight of growing up, was making ramps.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just hammering shit together. You know what I mean? And
well, that's all of us. I mean, I think every skateboarder at any time in their career or life has built something, right? I mean, Cameron, you're a skater, right? Everybody, if you skate, then you definitely have built something to skate.
It was a neighborhood thing, like all the kids on the block. I got all the wood from every house you could get together, nail together a ramp you'd leave on the sidewalk on the side of the road for when you get home from school. Either that or a parking ramp, car ramp. Use those a few times.
And that shit, like you dream about that.
Oh yeah.
You wake up and it's like,
what can
it's
I build
like Christmas morning.
What can I build today?
Oh yeah. Christmas morning, you're just like, it's just like getting your first bike, dude. You're just like fucking want to ride your bike every fucking day into the night. Mom's calling you in, come get your dinner. Fuck that. I want to ride my bike. Like, I'm going to jump this shit. You know what I mean? Or I don't know, whatever. But, that's the coolest feeling, I think.
Okay, so you also had like a shoe hookup and another board hookup for a minute, right?
Yes, Tion's the man.
Mr. Buku
won. Fucking tag for life, dude. He's got hands. He's got styles. Really cool art. I love that. And that's what this all is. It's all art. Our skateboarding is art. Like it. I don't know. That's why we all connect so much. People like us, which I think that's sick.
Well, skateboarding is awesome because you can have people from all different walks of life, from all different sides of the country, the town, the world, and we all can get together and talk about a common thing, and we can all share joy in the exact same thing without even speaking the same language or having the same amount in our bank accounts. It doesn't matter. If we land the trick, we all get excited just as equally. That's what I love about skateboarding.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you, if you had your choice of sponsors, like your favorite gear, what do you prefer to ride? Size wise, brand wise, what do you prefer to ride?
I don't know. I mean, I skate a lot of different shit just so I can try it out. I seem to be like skating Lacais right now. I like these Lacais that I'm skating. They're the Flacco high tops, and I haven't rode high tops yet. I haven't even skated the shoe yet, actually. I don't even know.
I don't know how I feel about high tops.
But the thing is I've been fucking my ankles up and my toes and shit recently, and I really want that support, but I like to feel the board. And these Flaccos they feel like slip-ons in a way, the way they feel, but they just are higher. It has the ankle support. So
you haven't skated them yet?
No, I've just been wearing them around, and they feel like the best fucking shoe ever. So I'm sure it's going to be good. I don't think it's going to be bad. So I'm just thinking that's
So
going
you
to.
still do you feel like you haven't?
I think that's going to be the shoe.
Do you feel like you haven't? So you haven't really like found your
I've
like your perfect style of shoe yet?
I like Vans. I've been skating slip-ons for a long time, and those are I just like it. I like
that waffle grip.
Yeah, and I like the newer Vans that they're coming out with now, like the Aves and the fucking
look a little more modern.
I don't even remember what they. Yeah, but I've gotten a few pairs of those just because they're on sale and shit, and I can get
Spoken like a true skater. I
I
got
like-
them because they were on sale.
Yeah, I gotta find the sales for sure. That's what I'm looking.
All right,
for.
what about board wise? Like, what's your setup?
I've been riding these Blaze One decks. Well, I get to do it, so I get to. Boss lets me have a little bit of money to put towards some Blaze One wood, so I get to. So now I just did the bong boards with Legend skateboards. He did some really cool wood, which we figured out some shapes. Did 3 sizes.
Is that one of these over here?
Yeah, we did an 8. We did the 8375, and we did the 85.
Brought me a little present for the wall.
Yeah, that one's cool. That's the first one I've rode. That's the first one, so I'm figuring that would be memorable to put on the wall.
It's cool. It's got like
It's the bong board, dude.
No,
and then it's the purple.
The like shark nose. Is that what they call those?
Yeah, like a ankle biter, and that's the purple Kush color scheme right there.
Purple Kush.
Thanks to fucking Trevor Quinn. I was trying to think of his Instagram. The Trevor Quinn at Blazing James. Art by TQ. I think that's his Instagram. Art by TQ or something like that.
Wow, that sounds.
He doesn't have a big Instagram.
He
doesn't have a lot of pictures on there or anything, but that's him, and he does really good work. He's been doing some graphics for the store recently. He's got some good flow styles, some good hands.
What about wheel size? What size wheels you ride?
I like 54 millimeters. I've been riding OJ for a while. My homie Brad Oates at NHS, he's been plugging me a little bit with some Bronson and some
we know
OJ
Brad.
wheels. So Brad's a really good guy, and
he's an awesome rep for NHS.
He's definitely been.
We don't like personally know him, but from Epic, we had to deal with him a lot for NHS, and he's a rad dude.
Yeah, he's cool. He's been, he took us out to Woodward, and we skated with him out in Woodward a little bit.
He never took us anywhere.
Did you go to Woodward?
I never went to Woodward ever.
Oh, you did. You weren't on that trip. I think it was me. Fuck, I forgot. I don't know who it was really, but it was me and Rasta Curtis with the fucking Bumbaclot. What is that? The chalice. The chalice, dude. That's the best part.
What
He just came. We had a little birthday session at Live Oak just yesterday or the day before that. He came and brought his new bong chalice that he made, and it looks like a fucking bong. It looks just like a bong, but it's made out of bamboo. And then the nut that he makes is from Africa or something like that. It's like different islands that has these certain nuts that he gets. He'll coat it with beeswax, hollowed out nut. He'll drill a hole into it for a carb, and then he'll put his gaskets and shit in there so it all plugs together and it makes a bong. And it's
100% natural.
And he praises his jaw Allah and like all this shit before he fucking hits it. And
so I've met Rasta Kurt. He's like a real legit Rasta.
Yeah, he's very, very legit Rasta. He's like 50 years old. He like grabs weeds off the ground, a certain weed, and he'll just eat it in front of you. And he's just like, "This is good for you. Like, you need to eat your greens." And I'm just like, "No, fuck you. Like, I don't want that," And he's 50 years old, and he can out shred me, dude. Sometimes
shreds.
Like straight fucking kills the skateboard. Fucking awesome. So I love going skating with him. He's just somebody I really look up to. It's cool.
Yeah, he's a rad dude.
He's awesome. He's really cool, dude.
So I want to know where do you prefer to skate, whether street or park, basically? Like, which one do you prefer?
I go through phases, definitely. So when we're getting into a project, I usually get into the streets. I like that more. I don't skate street right now, and I wish I could, but I don't skate street because I'm not in the area for street. I skate street usually like when a project, like you said, you know what I mean? And that's just because I'm pushing myself to do it. If I was in Sacramento or something like that, or San Francisco, I would skate street. But being that I only have certain places to skate, really,
there's a lot of spots in Oroville.
There is, but
you've
what
skated
it
them
is,
your whole life.
no. There's a lot of big fucking spots. There's a lot of like stuff
It's gnarly out there
that you don't just go skate usually on a day to day. I mean, unless you're Sean Blewett or something like that. But I fucking I would love to have that confidence, but I don't. And I usually want to skate something a little smaller, work myself up or whatever it is. And I'm looking to get back into some handrails a little bit more. And that's what I want to do is get out into like an area with handrails so I can push myself to stuff that I don't usually skate. That's what I like. I like to skate everything. So being able to try to skate everything is super cool. Pushing myself to skate stuff that I don't skate, vert, and fucking, I hate fucking vert because I'm just so scared of heights, dude. I'm fucking terrified of heights. And that's with everything. Like you get to a big rail and you're like, fuck, like I want to overcome this, but I'm not because I'm scared, I'm scared of the outcome. And
so how do you?
Or I'm just scared of heights. I don't know.
So you've hit some pretty decent sized rails. I've filmed you on some, fairly good sized rails. How do you get over that when you're at the top of it and you're looking down a 12 or 13, which is a decent sized rail, and what's your thought process there? How do you get to a trick, and how do you actually get to the bottom on all four wheels?
Honestly, you can't think too much. You just have to do it. That's all it is. So,
but
I'm bad with that because I think a lot, and then I'm just thinking. So it's more of like I just have to sit there and not think to do it. So I'm in my head like all day, 24/7. It's weird. I don't talk as much as I should. So I don't know. Like I
see, to me that seems almost more dangerous to not think about it. But I'm not a big rail skater. So.
Well, you have to have your angle, and angle is all about skateboarding. So if you know your angle and you just take your few fucking warm up or
run-ups,
push-ups or whatever it is, push up to it and check it out, see what's up, and look at the angle. And as long as you have the angle and speed, I mean, that's what it is. That's what's So yeah, and fucking slam it in there. That first go, I like to just slam it in there. No lube. Straight wet.
Okay. All right. And with that, I say we take a look at some of your tricks. You want to take a look at some of your tricks?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. So we are watching your full-length part from Chapter 2 with Boardwarrior. I filmed most of this. I did the edit.
Don't use all that.
We're going to scroll past your intro here. And we're going to go right into... So in the beginning of your part, there's a couple of like board throws. And filming with you, I know that you seem to toss your board around a lot. So out of curiosity, what's up with that? Why do you throw your board so much?
I don't think I throw my board that much.
You throw your board quite a bit. There's
I don't think so.
8 clips in your part of you throwing your board. Or bashing
Well,
it.
honest, I mean, maybe in there because I maybe had pressure. And you know what? I'll never...
Pressure? Who put pressure on you?
You know what I'll never do again?
What does it mean?
Is write up a list of shit that I want to fucking do in a skate video, you know what I mean? Because that's the worst fucking pressure I've ever had.
Really?
Literally, that was the worst right there. Because you're thinking about those same tricks all the time consistently on what you want to do and how you want to do them. I don't like that. I want to go to a spot and I want the spot to tell me what I need to do there. I want to find that spot, or even if it's fucking the coolest thing is like some of the better tricks that I think I've ever done myself, I feel like, was random, and it was so unplanned, and it was just like, and it just worked out. It worked out really well. And then those are like
give me an example. Which one, like, what would you say in here?
One that's just right in my head right now. It's not in here. It was a clip the last street clip I got. I was with Gurney and Bunnell and somebody else. We were out here in Sac over at the what's the by Natomas? What's the Natomas Park out there?
The one with the snake run?
The other one.
Tanzanite.
So we were at Tanzanite, and there's that ditch right down the way.
Oh, yeah.
That ditch rail or whatever. I just did a trick on the rail into the fucking the bank.
Oh, yeah.
And it was unplanned, like I said, and it was just like.
You don't want to talk about what it was?
No, I don't, because I like the trick, you know. So
Where is it? When are we gonna be able to see it?
I don't know. When Dylan does something with it, I don't know if he's in the works with something, or I would love to have that clip if I could to deal. I don't know, but yeah, it's a good one. I liked it. It just worked out really well. I don't know. That's just one on the top of my head. I'm sure there's something. I
wish I could agree with you, but I don't know what trick you're talking about. What trick was it?
Yeah, I mean. It's not even that big of a deal. I just don't want. I don't know if he does something with it. I don't want. You know what I mean? I don't want to say what it is. So he's just like, dude, what the fuck? Fuck you, Dylan. Come fight me. See me. What's up? Square up, Dylan.
All right. So here, there's one of my more favorite tricks in your part is the kickflip front board. The kickflip front board down the 8 stair. Yeah, here it is, right here. So it's a kickflip front board down a 8 stair rail, and right at the bottom of the 8 stair rail is another fence that usually everybody just like runs into.
Yeah,
because the runway is maybe 8 feet
tiny.
From the bottom of the rail, their end of the rail to the fence. So if you're hauling balls with it and you land, there's like no room. You're just going to slam right into the fence pretty much. But you actually made the turn and rode away. Never seen anybody do that before. And I've seen a lot of people skate that rail.
Really?
And never seen anybody roll away the way you did.
Well, fuck yeah. Well, I think it's loose trucks. I like the loose trucks. So even in the streets, it's better.
Loose trucks save lives?
Yeah, it's better. But I honestly just think, I don't know, looking back at it, you always want to improve yourself, you know what I mean, with what you're doing. And you are improving, I guess, you know what I mean? So I would just wish I would have done it on a bigger rail, because that was just a small rail. It was more of a dink, and that's probably why I got the swoop on it.
Yeah.
It wasn't too much of a slide, like, I don't know. But I definitely...
That was a fun
spot. That was a sick
You got
spot.
another trick on that rail. Do you remember what other trick you got on that rail that we didn't use in your full-length part?
Did we do a front blunt?
You did front blunt shove.
Did I?
But it was so fast.
Yeah, see, because it was a small rail.
Yeah, it was like so fast. And on that one, you didn't ride away. On that one, you like landed and then bam, slammed
hit the fence.
So slammed right into the fence.
Yeah, and you have to go a little faster for that one, and it was over a little bit of dirt or something like that. But,
yeah, that's
see, that's the same thing. Like the spot is gonna tell you what kind of trick to do. You know what I mean? So now, I don't know. I'm a little older than I was then, and now I think about skateboarding a little bit different too. You know, you always seem to do that a little bit, I'd say. Nowadays, I would think of a way different trick to do on that spot if I was there again.
Well, I mean, that's the evolution of skateboarding. You're always going to get better. You're always going to think a little differently. You're always going to try to push yourself to a different level, whether it may not be a better trick, but it might be something else, you know, just a different style of trick or whatever. All right, so let's take a look real quick at this next clip. So this one right here, where you break your board on the heel flip, you're hucking down a gap, and you heel flip it, and then you turn around and actually you break your board, and then you turn around and land it on the broken board. So I've filmed a number of these occurrences with you. Where you full on break your deck and then you somehow push it back together and then land the trick.
I did that recently too, just in probably one of the better ones I've ever done. I was skating this spot in Chico. We were out there and it's at somebody's house. End of the day session, we find this spot, set the trash can up in front of the bump jump, and it's and I'm like, I'm gonna do backside flip. Took a while to even get the fucking backside 180. And then the backside flip was actually coming easier. So I'm doing the backside flip and I'm right there. Like, I know I'm going to do it like one of these tries. And I just stepped one foot on, snapped my board, stomped it down. And I was like, motherfucker. But in my head, I knew I had literally one more try probably. And that's what it is. It's more of you're all or nothing. You're fucking, I'm going to break that board if it, you know what I mean? Like, and that's, I think, why I seem to land better with a broken board most of the time. It's just like,
So you like that pressure?
I do. It seems to be better for me. It's just like, all right, fucking do it now. You better stomp this shit. So it works out.
Okay, so now there's a couple of tricks on the Joe's ramp. It's a half pipe.
Mm.
I want to talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
Tell me about Joe's ramp. Yes, it's on.
Joe's ramp was the sickest thing to ever happen. And it's more of it's a myth.
It's a myth.
It's a fucking myth now.
What do you mean?
Because it was there for what? How long was it there?
I don't know.
Not even a year, maybe. I think it was there for maybe a year, and we skated it for a year. And we put a lot of fucking time into building that ramp on both sides of the house. It was 100-foot wide mini ramp with like 5-6 different size trannies on it. Up, down, fucking, yeah. So a lot of work went into that ramp, and it was there for a year.
It had the man cave on top.
The man cave, the smoke caves, and there was probably 250 pounds of weed that was grown right there in the fucking, in that house. So it was like, it was the ultimate spot to be chilling. And, yeah, so it's crazy how it was there, and now it's gone. And it'll never be there again. Yeah.
Where'd the wood? Do you know where the wood went?
The wood. Well, yeah, Joe, you fucked up there and
actually
left.
This table is from his backyard.
Wow.
I just thought about that actually. I got this was a skate box.
Yeah, I could see that.
That I got from Joe.
Tell. Look at the fucking memories on here.
And then I refinished it.
God
and built it.
Damn it! It pisses me
table.
off so much because we went up there. I mean, I worked too. I worked a full-time job, I'm pretty sure, at that time. And we'd come up there every other day or so. Drive up there from Oroville, drive up there. That's about 45-minute drive up in the hills. I mean, he would definitely compensate us with the weed for sure. So we were good on that. We were smoking tough. But, I mean, we'd go up there and put in work and help build the ramp. And we got it going and we got it fucking done with Joe's he bossed it out, dude. Joe's a beast with that. He definitely put in a lot of work. Rob put in just as much work. He was out there just as much. They're, and they're growing and doing their shit. Like, I mean, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of fucking work.
I only got to go out there a couple of times, and it was a phenomenal place. It was it was pretty unreal.
This shit's epic.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Here's one of your tricks in it right here. So you did there's a big foot plant off of a tree back into the mini ramp. Really good.
Yeah.
You do a lot of foot plants. You just reminded me before we started talking about you had a picture in Thrasher recently. Last month's issue.
I think it was this month.
This
right?
month's issue?
I don't know, honestly.
I think it was November.
Because it says like January, or no, does it? Or I think it says like January or February 2018 or something like that on it. That's what always trips me out. It's
so you had a picture in Thrasher in the future.
That's what it is.
You're in the future, dude.
Yeah, Jamie Foy's issue. That frontside fucking...
the front crook?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it melted our minds. Andy's Skater of the Year. This fucking...
Andy's a big dude.
Let's all give him a clap. You should light that blunt for Jamie Foy. Here we go.
All right, so the next trick I wanted to look at was your, I don't know what you call it. So there's a line where you go frontside nose grind, revert, half cab flip, and then what do you call this trick? What do you call it?
What is it? Hang 10.
Hang
Tara.
10.
Tara loves that trick.
So it's like both your feet on the front of the board doing a nose manual. Like you actually ollie into it and land with both your feet on the front of the board.
I can get. I mean, I've got them with like both feet on the tip of the board.
Where you're like literally
hanging 10. Yeah, and it's worked out.
That's
so
insane.
I'm gonna get a good one of these days. And Tara is always trying to get me.
Wait, was that not a good one?
I mean, like you said, dude, it could have been better. It could have been better. And we're always progressing. So it's like, and now I can feel like I could do good. Maybe I can even kickflip into one of these motherfuckers and see what's up.
How did you learn how to do that?
I don't remember. It was more of like I just tried it one time in like the half pipe at Oroville Skate Park. I think that was what it was, and it worked out, and it just went from there.
It's crazy.
But yeah, my girlfriend she wants me to hang 10 down like ledges and shit. She's like, dude, hang 10 down this rail right here. Like, come do this, please. And I'm like, fuck you. Suck my dick.
Oh, man. Okay, so one of my other favorite clips from this part is your board slide on, it's like kind of a flat rail. It's just like a gentle slope.
Yeah.
But it's got like a million knobs on it. So this one, where you can just hear it.
Hey, remember that was like an unplanned thing. I never planned that shit. We found that rail and we were just like, all right, let's see what's up with it. And it was more of just like it worked out. I just had to go faster. I ollied on it one time and I was like, I just got to go fast at this, and it worked out. I was stoked. See, I'm stoked.
You know, somebody lip slid that the other side.
Yeah, I seen some people who did some shit. Somebody like feebled it or 50-50'd it or something like that.
Knobs are
the
hefty.
Other rail, remember the other rail we were looking at?
Yeah, it was like a 12.
I think now I want to tail slide that. Like I'm now ready for that tail slide.
Got that gnarly kink at the bottom.
I don't think so.
Gnarly kink at the bottom.
I don't think it was a kink.
Oh, it had a kink at the bottom. Trust me, I remember. So this spot right here, this very next trick, was at a 10 stair. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's like a 10.
We went here and I didn't want to skate this. I'm such a pussy with it.
You didn't want to skate it, and you front boarded it, you smithed it, and then you front blunted it. Do you remember what happened at that spot with the security guards?
Yeah, he came out and kicked us out. And
he tried to kick us out.
Yeah, and then we got to skate. Yeah,
and then the other security guard got into an argument with him, telling him to let us skate.
Yeah. And
then like one of the doctors came out and started filming you on his iPad. And got all like...
What, to like turn it in or something?
No, he was all stoked on you.
Oh, really? Okay.
That was probably like one of the best non-kickouts we ever got, because the dude was like really hostile with us, trying to kick us out. And then the other security guard was like, hey man, let him skate.
Lighter Bros. We sell them at Blazing Jays. Come get you one. See, we can... You have a... We got like a tool for everything. You got your scissors... You got your cutter, your slicer for your grip tape. You got a fucking the file on this side, beer bottle opener at the bottom. It's a whole handy toolkit, like in one. So if you guys need one, Blazing Jays in Oroville. I got you.
Sell it, plug bro. You. Sell it. All right, so the next trick I really like in your part is, let's see,
I liked that nose manual. I was pretty stoked on that one. I don't think we had enough time because I was trying to do something else and it was just dark and I couldn't, you know what I mean?
This one right here?
Yeah.
So it's a nose manual where you literally drop down 1, 2, 3, and then revert out.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-4 stack manual pad that you nose manual, drop, and then 180 out. You didn't even plan that 180, right?
I don't think so. It just fell out.
Yeah, you were like so, your body was so twisted when you came off on that and you dropped down onto that third one. It just fell out, but it looked really good. But again, like you said, unplanned.
Yeah, true. Unplanned, but true. Dark.
Now, what about the kickflip over, what was that, like an 8 rail? I think. Right here. The kickflip, you have to ollie up a 3 stair and then almost immediately kickflip over an 8 stair rail.
yeah, once again, unplanned.
So that was a trick that every time I'd go up to Oroville, I don't know if you remember, but every time when we'd go up to Oroville, we would drive by that particular spot, and I'd point it out. Dude, you got to do something over that rail.
Yeah.
And what was your response?
Nope.
Just laugh at me. Just like, nah, that's nothing. And then we finally got you to do it, and it took you what, like 5 tries?
Yeah, I know. It's gay. I'm in my head a lot. Once again, maybe I should talk about my problems.
Let's talk about your problems. What kind of problems do you have, Zach?
I'm just kidding.
And how does that make you feel?
It's like when you're fighting with your girlfriend, you know what I mean? And she's just yelling at me about all this stuff that I'm doing wrong. And then I just I freeze up. I just can't say anything.
Well, do you ever think that sometimes maybe you might be doing something wrong?
I don't think I'm doing it. Actually, you know what? Sometimes I am doing the wrong stuff, you know?
Maybe,
and I have learned, you know, from that.
Maybe it's time for some self-reflection.
What?
Look, you got to look inward and find out what you're doing wrong. And then go from there.
Yeah, no, we're doing good.
Or we've
been doing good. Honestly, sometimes what happens is, you know, having a full-time job and going to school and trying to do what you got to do. Sometimes you don't really have time to just chill, and it can be stressful. Definitely. So
life can get
just
to
trying
you.
To be there for her.
Life can get to you, my man.
Stress.
She's in school right now, right?
Yeah.
Almost done?
She's hopefully gonna finish up her prereqs here in the next one more semester.
That's what's up.
And then she gets to try to get into the nursing academy.
That's what's up. I hear she's been killing it on that end.
Nursing program.
Is
it a nursing academy or a program?
I don't know.
Yeah. Sick.
I've never tried to be a nurse, so I don't.
Yeah,
I don't really know.
She's trying to fucking save lives.
Dude, so the late shove that you did here in LA. Oh, actually, let's talk about that a little bit.
Late shove?
No, not sorry, I just passed a trick that the what do you even call this? It's like an alley-oop backside 360 kickflip indie grab. Sounds like a Tony Hawk trick.
Yeah, you got to spin that one the hard flip way.
Is that what you call it though?
I don't fucking know. I mean, kickflip 360 indie. Kickflip indie 3.
Yeah, but you're doing like alley-oop.
Okay.
Fuck it. Whatever. That's a trick that you worked on for a while, right?
Yeah, it took a little bit of time.
Like how long?
How long do you think? I think we tried it for like an hour, probably.
It's longer than that.
You think so? Yeah, we tried it for a while.
I think we filmed it the entire.
And
sunset.
You know what? Now, I need to do it on a bigger ramp. I didn't have enough time, and I was hitting quick tranny. I remember some of the times we just looped out when I did it. You know what I mean? So it was like bigger tranny. If I would have done it over the spine out of the half pipe, that's a 5-foot section.
There you go. Do it.
That would have been prime time.
Do it tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
All right. Next trick. I got
work.
This one right here. So it's back 50 kickflip manual to a big drop.
Yeah, and that
so
one
it's
took
like
a fucking long time.
It's a bench that's next to a bigger pad.
See, I gotta work for these tricks, kids.
That drops down a 10 stair. So he goes back 50, which you can't really tell. It's hard to tell that's actually a grind. It looks like you're kind of alling up onto it.
It does. That's what sucks.
You're going back 50 kickflip into manual and then drop down the 10 stair. That one took a while. I remember that. And there was a bunch of people there. Everybody went crazy when you landed it.
Yeah. Yeah, there were some bikers there that were doing their thing. Shout out Curtis Elwell, gangster, homie. Oroville, homie, went pro for solid bikes. Etnies.
The next trick right after is just this huge late shove.
Yeah, I almost blew my fucking ankles out.
Yeah.
I remember the bail sucked so bad on that. I mean, yeah.
That's a huge gap.
It was big.
That's like doing it off the roof of a house over a driveway.
That was the biggest late shove I've ever done.
That's the biggest late shove you've ever done?
That's the biggest late shove I've ever done right there. besides maybe boosting one off a fucking launch ramp or something like that. Like
Even that was still
I mean, that was still higher.
super
technically,
huge.
and
Let's
I
look at
don't
that.
know.
I'm gonna look at it again. Boom! That was you were in the air for like a solid full second and a half.
Mm.
That's really far. The next trick right after this is another late shove, but kind of like a variation. Go half cab and then late shove, fakie half cab to late shove.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I told you to do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you're-
even though he did it, I'm taking credit for it.
Well, that's how it is, dude. You know what's so cool is being around people who think like that, think outside the box, because skateboarding is sky's the limit on what you can fucking do. So it's pretty cool that you thought outside the fucking box and helped me out with that. Because now, who knows? I could take that maybe the other way. Go.
Well, half cab flip late shove.
I've wanted that one for a while. Yeah, I just learned the kickflip late shoves just the other day. So
I saw that on your Instagram.
I want to go down something with it. That would be cool.
I got so hyped when I saw that because that's another one of those tricks that I've been telling you to learn, that I told you to learn for a long time, and you'd laugh at me like it was never possible. But as a filmer, I see things a lot differently. As a filmer, I spend a lot of time looking at your tricks and your bails. I just spend a lot of time studying that, inadvertently doing edits. So I see little things that you do in your flick that I'm like, oh man, that he could totally do that. Or I've seen you ollie something, and oh man, he could have late shoved that. And in your head, you're like, no way, dude, I barely ollied that. And I'm like, yeah, but your late shove is literally the exact same as your ollie. If you can ollie it, you can late shove it. You can ollie it, you could probably kickflip it too. It's just a matter of getting out of your own head and letting yourself realize that, I could do that. It's just, do I actually want to land on the board afterwards?
Yeah. True.
Man, I do want to ask you a few things.
Ask away.
Time to get personal.
No.
What's the first thing you do in the morning?
Okay.
Very first thing.
Dude, all right, so it's weird. I think it might be because I'm not high or something like that, but I have OCD. I have really bad OCD. I mean, it comes from my parents. They're clean freaks. They've always been clean freaks, and my mom was specifically the one. It's just embedded in my brain. It's probably in my genetics, in my blood, never all of it. But I wake up like out of breath sometimes, like heart pounding, like I need to do this. And I go into the front room and I gotta because I'll be high, super blazed out the night before, and I'll be eating all this candy and just shit everywhere, So I just gotta go out there and I'll just clean it up. I just gotta throw everything away, throw all the wrappers away, clean my fucking dab rig, put all the fucking dabs up and shit and put it in this little section and straighten everything up and dust off and fold the blankets that we were chilling in and put them in the blanket section and get Paco's blanket. Paco's old. You got to get his fucking heating pad in his blanket and set it up where he's going to be at for the day and shit. And then I'll fucking, I'll get all that situated and then I'll go take my shit. And honestly, I can't take the shit unless I get this thing situated. I feel incomplete. So I'm pinching and holding and running around sometimes, or if I even have to take a piss or something. It's so weird. And I don't know. I just honestly, what I really need to start doing is have a bowl loaded, a bowl of weed. So I wake up and I just hit that bowl of weed. And then I'll just maybe hopefully that feeling will go away.
Do you really need it? Need it that bad?
Dude, I
or
fucking...
is it or no, is it the weed or is it the habit? Is it the act of doing something or is it the actual weed that you need?
I'm an anxious person. I don't know. I'm anxious and anxiety-ish, and I have OCD. I literally have OCD, which is another reason why I like the style of tricks, the way that flows, even the way their clothes they wear. Like I said, I don't know, it flows a certain way. it's all part of this OCD that I have, I think. So, I mean, yeah, that's, I don't know. I don't know really too much into it. Maybe I need to talk to somebody about it.
You could talk to me. We could talk about it.
You know, yeah.
So what was it like? I'm going back a little bit, but what was it like growing up in Oroville? Because Oroville is such a small town. You've got a limited number of people that you probably skate with, a limited number of spots,
Dude.
one skate park.
Oroville,
I mean,
was so fucking lit. NorCal was heavy sessions. I mean, unfortunately, I wasn't as good in NorCal, but NorCal made me who I am today. So I learned at NorCal. That was an indoor ramp that we had in Oroville.
it was just was it? I don't know what NorCal is, so was it just a
NorCal ramps? It was the mega ramps. Like it was a bike park. So they had an 18-foot vert wall all the way up to the ceiling, and all these bikers that were the locals that I grew up with, they were fucking jamming all the way up to that wall, and they'd put their fucking their bars through the netting on the roof on an 18-foot vert wall. They just go up and jab it, and after years it was just all rips all across the whole top of the wall, and they'd fly out of this like 8 foot quarter, and there's a light strip like that hanging up above the ramp, and they'd tail smack it. Like they'd smack it with the ass. They'd bust lights and shit. Chaz and Curtis and all these homies. I can't really think of names right now. I'm fucking lit, but it was sick. And Chris Moon, Brent Warren, Nick Gaines, Skylar Bowers, Dylan Hilton, Jordan Young, Corey Berger, Jeremy Berger, Russell was even there sometimes, but like, Russell Berger. I mean, Corey, and I mean, Corey was such a legend because Corey skated street his whole life, and he was so good at street. He was like the best in Oroville. And then all of a sudden he came to NorCal and he started riding ramps and shit with Mooner and Brent, and Mooner and Brent, they would go up that vert wall in a pair, dude, and do like tandem lines, and they'd go up together, and Mooner would do an alley-oop underneath Brent, and Brent would do a frontside fucking wall ride or whatever on that vert wall over that full at like 18 feet, like all the time.
They had it simultaneously. How old were you guys when this was going on?
Mooner's like 3 or 4 years older than me. Same with Brent. So, and at that age that you're at, 3 or 4 years is a lot, they're big kids at that time and shit. So we were just younger and we hadn't had the experience, and they were just killing it. And they fucking were warriors. Brent would hit that vert wall, and then he'd come down to new kickflip indie over the box jump. And it's a big 5-foot section, like with a 6-foot middle section that you got to clear. And it's tranny to tranny. So he'd hit the tranny to tranny kickflip indie. It was super cool. Like,
so these are the guys that you like grew up watching.
Those are the guys that I grew up watching. And then Brent, unfortunately, he left for like San Diego or something like that. And, for us, for our skate community, because he was a god to us. You know what I mean? So he left and did his thing. He came back, and now he rides like downhill, like mountain bikes and shit, which is super sick. But
that's gnarly, yeah.
He's a beast, but he doesn't skate too much. Mooner is getting back into skating now, which is super sick. He's a fucking legend. That fool is a gnarly motherfucker. You know it. But he was, Mooner was just as good back then. He was killing it at that time. And he was the one that drove us around and took us to skateboarding, just like I did with all these other fucking kids nowadays. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool.
Well, that's the other cool thing about skateboarding, is that it goes generations. And no matter, like I was saying, no matter what language or where you're from, you can all skate together. Also, a 50-year-old can skate with a 12-year-old, and they both shred just as hard.
Dude.
Or just as fun.
I like rolling with Rasta Curtis because I get knowledge throughout the day.
Right.
He's sitting there fucking feeding me with knowledge all day, and I'm like, I feel like I just went to school and we're skating all day. This is fucking win-win. Like, he's like eating the fucking the weeds out of the ground from the root, like munching it down.
So do you enjoy that kind of conversation, that kind of companionship, basically somebody that can like teach you about things? Or are you like
Yes,
You
I
looking for
didn't.
knowledge all the time?
Well, yeah. I mean, kind of. I like to take certain things in if it's something that interests me. I'm such a
What interests you?
um. I mean, I don't know. I mean, lots of things. You know what I mean? Like, I could go on things, but like art seems to be like an interesting aspect of life, and you can look at a lot of things as like an art form, and that's just coming from skateboarding in general, like, and then graffiti, and then like clothing, and like just being outside, and I mean microdosing mushrooms, and like going around and like doing things like in
You'll see some
life.
art on
Dude,
those.
it's, I mean, literally, dude, like go get a bag of mushrooms and microdose some mushrooms throughout the week,
What
or I mean a couple days or whatever, and like go fucking walk around. It's real, dude. This is real life shit. People can solve major problems with something like this. Depression, just things that you're it's life, bro. We got to live life to the fullest while we can, cuz we're only fucking here one fucking time. You know, we got to make it worthy right now. So um it's cool just experiencing new things, and that's why I really want to get out of Oroville, experience new things and check it out. Me and the girl just have our certain plans, and we're kind of stuck out here with our jobs and stuff right now, so we're waiting to get out and experience new stuff.
So
Yeah.
you are planning on leaving
Yeah,
Oroville?
we're gonna come out to South for sure. Probably Sac, maybe even further than Sac. I don't know yet. But once we sign up into the nursing academy / program, she's gonna sign up everywhere that we really want to live. Technically,
And then whichever one she gets into.
what's a lottery? So they pick from like a hat or some bullshit. So it's like it's a lottery. There, who knows? You know what I mean? What could happen? So we could be anywhere, but we're gonna pick where we want to go, not somewhere that we wouldn't be down to fucking go stay.
Where would you choose? Like if you had your choice, not nursing aside, all that stuff aside, if you just had your choice of where you would want to live,
I mean, maybe
anywhere in the
maybe.
world, anywhere,
Oh, really?
anywhere. This is dreams. Like you hit the lottery, and you can go buy a house and live.
I mean, I've never even been to Barcelona or Europe or anything. I don't really know the vibes or anything, but I know it's beautiful, and I know the people are like about art and about life and love and doing it and living and smoking weed and fucking and all that shit. So I think that might be somewhere where I would love to go.
Europe somewhere.
Seeing people that have, experienced that lifestyle. But for me, like being in SF or being like down south in San Diego as well, which is very different from each other, but those have been really good vibes for me, and it seems like something I could live and check it out for a while and have more opportunity technically with what I'm doing right now, you know what I mean? And me and her, our whole little family that we got going on. We also just got 2 little new kitties. We actually lost our cat recently.
Oh.
And we did not replace or anything. We just added some new additions to the family. We got Taz, Manian Devil. That motherfucker's a crazy beast. And he pummel drives our new kitty fucking Ollie into the floor all day long. It's crazy. And Ollie's going to be a fucking beast after getting beat up from Taz all day long for, you know what I mean? Like a few months and shit. He's going to be killing him, I think. So yeah, we got 2 new homies, which is hell cool.
That's what's up.
Now they can't really. Now Taz won't pick on Paco because Paco's getting so old. Taz picks on Paco, and then Paco has to fucking like really like try to hurt him, and then we didn't want that.
Well, he's a pissed off old man now.
Yeah, he doesn't want no fucking.
I don't want to play.
He's not about the function. He's just chilling. He wants to take dabs. Actually, he's really big on that, and he's just old, so he likes it. It helps him. He runs to me when he hears the torch, like when it turns on. So it's cool. He like.
All right, my man. So you had a full part, well, kind of a shorter but full part in chapter 1 with Boardwarrior. You had the ender part in chapter 2, which was pretty awesome. Then you also had you've got a little bit of coverage going on. So you had a 10 tricks for a taco with Metro. You had a woe of the week with Metro. You got hooked up with Blazing Jays, so you have like a decent steady flow of product now. You had an interview with Lowcard a couple months ago. Is that like issue 62?
Yeah,
got it sitting over there.
That was a few months ago, I'd say.
So you had an interview with Lowcard. You had a picture published in Thrasher. But we discussed next month.
It's out.
What's your end game here, bro? What's your end game in skateboarding?
I just want to be a part of skateboarding.
In any facet?
Yeah, I just want to be in it. I just want to surround myself with the people, with the skateboarding. The people is the best part, man. You know, meeting new friends and skating new spots and enjoying that with other people is the best thing in skateboarding to me.
So would you take a job like in corporate with skateboarding? Like if you got to work in like a warehouse or an office or
corporate would be cool, I guess, you know what I mean? But I'd try to do my own thing before I went corporate, I'd say. I would want to open up the skate park or, you know, have that homie plug, like fucking start a brand or start a company or something.
All right, so your end game is more leaning towards like ownership. You kind of want to have your own thing.
Yeah, maybe. I think I want to maybe go to school for business. My dad did business. It might be the reasonable thing to check out because I know sales and I know a little bit about it. So, you know, and even getting more info from him as well. He could always be my guide as well. But I'm not trying to fall on somebody else. I definitely want to do it on my own. And I don't know though. I don't fucking know what I really want to do, dude. I feel like I'm young. I am young, 27 years young. Not even 27. I'm 26. So
yeah, you're still 26.
I am 26.
So speaking of your age, 26, 27 is, and not you haven't made the cover of Thrasher yet. So it's.
I don't think that'll happen.
You don't. I mean, honestly, you don't think that it'll happen. Do you think that you have what it takes to get noticed and maybe make it somewhere, or have you taken that off the table?
I'm just want to skate. I mean, right now, like my main goal right now is shoes. I feel like shoes are a big thing for me. And if I could just have shoes, like a shoe sponsor backing me so I could like represent them and represent them in my life, you know what I mean? Because that's what I would be doing for sure.
Would you go Vans if you had the option?
Vans or Ca, yeah.
Vans or Ca.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Should hit him up.
I liked the Os, dude. I mean, Tion,
the Brazilian
Buku
company
one, Tion with the Os were fucking sick, and
he gave me a couple of pairs, and they were pretty amazing.
They were really good. I like those shoes a lot, and I mean that would be really cool. You know what I mean? But I don't think that will be happening, really. So I don't know. We'll see. But that's my goal right now. So I'm actually gonna start filming some more clips here soon, so I can send them out to get some shoes going. Maybe.
Who are you filming with these days? Because I know it's not me.
I don't really film technically. I don't film. We just get cell phone clips. It's all about the cell phone clips. And when I go out and skate, it seems like if I get the clip, it makes me land the trick. So I usually want to get the clip to land the trick because it's gonna make me do it, and then I want to see it to critique myself. With that OCD thing I got going on, I like to see what the fuck I did, so maybe I can
make it better.
Yeah, for next time. And that's honestly watching. I mean, we got a smart TV now, and for like the last year, I've been watching so much skate videos. I've never really watched skate videos, and watching all these different skate videos, I've learned a lot. And just, I mean, critiquing skateboarding myself and learning different ways to do things myself. I'm really good with hands-on, so watching it how it's done the right way is key right there. You watch it done repetitive, and that's really helps me, you know.
Who do you like watching? Do you have any guys that are like that you search out?
Fuck, dude. T-Funk is sick right now. T-Funk
Yeah,
and
he's killing
Foy is sick. I mean, Ducky. I envy these handrail fucking fuckers.
Yeah.
Chase Webb, I envy him because
Let me just
they're
hop
doing
on this
they're
30
doing
rail.
what I can't do, really. But it's all about the confidence. It's all about confidence.
Dude, could you imagine like hopping in the car with them, like, hey, we're gonna go hit up this spot real quick?
Yeah, exactly. and then it would just
roll up
make
to like a
me
25.
try something like that. That's what I feel like I need is a session like that to make me do something like that. But still, like, I'm not as hectic as that. I'm not gonna hit the fucking 30 still handrail or nothing. It'll be the 15.
No, because
maybe
did
on
you
the
see
side,
the
like-
did you see the bales from Ducky hitting that? What was that, like a 28 or a 30 or something that he hit? Did you see the
He
bales?
smacked his
Oh
face,
my god, dude! I would not want to take one of those, much less a handful.
And he was skating maybe like a day or two later. Honestly, it looked like.
Oh, he probably went to another spot after that.
I hope he didn't because that's fucked. But
it's Ducky,
he was
dude.
skating like
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy too. He did the board slide on that wood rail, like across and down, like right after that. I don't know if it was after, but it looked like it.
What's the biggest, like, in skateboarding today? Can you tell me what your biggest pet peeve is? Like, what is the thing that irks you?
Mongo, because I started Mongo myself.
And now you're hating on it?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of fucked up, but I do hate on it. I do, because they hated on me, because they fucking hated me. So I mean, I guess I'm just as much of a fucking dickhead.
Yeah,
but
dude, hate plus hate doesn't equal
no,
love.
it's not. It's not cool, but it's all love. It's not like I go up to these motherfuckers and I'm like, "You push Mongo, you're a piece of shit." You know what I mean? I just look at them.
You just silently judge them from the corner of the
judge
park.
them.
You don't think they can feel that?
I just don't like it. That's what I don't like. It's OCD. I'm just like, dude, that does not look right. You
Bro,
don't fucking look right on there.
Do you not think that they can feel those glares coming from you?
Dude,
making them insecure?
Not with this shit going on, man. No, they can't see shit.
Okay, so skating has evolved incredibly in the last few years, especially with the explosion of skate parks and the explosion of social media. In your opinion, where you're a little bit older in the industry, so where do you just make a suggestion? Where do you think it's going next? What do you think?
Skateboarding?
Yeah, where do you think the next evolution is heading?
To the Olympics.
You think it's you think so?
Well, isn't it?
Well, it is made in 2020, right?
It's going to the Olympics.
You like that?
No, I mean, no. I never said I did. I'm just saying that's where skateboarding's going, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what they said.
That
That's what the people are saying. I don't know. Technically, that's the word of the bird.
That might be one of my biggest pet peeves in skateboarding.
Really?
Is I'm trying
to
normalize
you know
it
what?
into a sport.
I love Baker. Baker's so cool because it's like
raw.
Yeah,
Raw.
It's sick.
This is skateboarding.
Baker. Yeah, that's it. Baker, nigga. Baker 3. Yeah, Baker 3 was the first video that influenced me big on skateboarding. Baker 3. That was the one I watched over and over and over and over and over.
What was your favorite part? Like, what part just gets you hyped?
You know what? I'm gonna say Spanky. I think back then Spanky was pretty big influence, and I was really stoked on his skating. As well as Brian Herman, actually. Hermdog has a fucking beast part in that video. He does
every video.
He does amazing things in that video,
Yeah,
and he makes it look so effortless and pure. And that's right there. That's skateboarding.
It's true, my man. So there's two Mac Dre songs in your part, and you kind of requested them. So I figured out a way to put them both in there, as well as a little bit of Ozzy. You love Mac Dre. Like, I'm always seeing you post stuff about or share stuff, or you always get down with Mac Dre. When did I'm just out of curiosity, coming from
is what it is.
It's coming from a small town like Oroville. How did that happen? Because Mac Dre has like such a cult following of particular area. Like you get out of the NorCal Bay area, and it's like a lot of people don't even know who he is.
I mean, I'll just tell the story. You don't have to put it on if you don't want to, but it's more of like the homie. We fucking got some Thiz pills, and it was like we went and had a party at his house, and I was the first time I ever fucking got high like that. And the music that was playing was some fucking Mac Dre, and it just the notes that he raps. Obviously, you can tell that he's got rhythm, bro, and it's just fucking. It's so sick. Like, I don't know. You usually can relate to a Mac Dre song. I do. I feel like I can. It's sick. I just like listening to his lyrics and just being like, I don't know, just hearing what he's got to say.
He was pretty amazing.
And the beats, of course. His beats are so fucking dope.
Yeah. Who else are you listening to?
But yeah, just like that, once you like peak on something like that, listening to that music, and that was like a full-on scene of that type of parties. It was mainly Mac Dre. So that's when it started being like some of the best music.
Who else are you listening to these days?
Memories.
These days, who you getting hyped to?
Fuck, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know too much music. I listen to my uncle Dubsack, Dubbsak, Dubsack. He is from the Garden Blocks in Sacramento. Grew up with Brother Lynch Hung. He did an album, Bad to the Bone record, back in the 90s, which was like, it was a pretty big album from what he says. I don't really know too much about it, but they went on tour promoting that for a while, and he was pretty big from what I've heard about from some people and shit. He's raw, but it's just the fact that he's my uncle, and I've gone and talked to him, and he's actually a really good guy. I've known him my whole life. I mean, it's not like we know each other, but I don't see him too much. You know what I mean? It's like he deals with him and my aunt. They got their own thing going on. She has some health issues going on right now, so it's more of like they just have to deal with their shit consistently. They're consistently busy all the time. But he changed his life from being a full on, kind of a drug dealer and rocking the streets, and now he's got a degree and he's working a full-time job and lives in Oroville, and he's like changed his life. So I look up to stuff like that, and just the fact that he's my uncle, really look up to him. So I like his music because of that too. But his music's sick. It's raw dog shit though. It's kind of fucking. It's not like hyphy Mac Dre shit. It's like some Tupac, like some real like hardcore fucking, some hardcore lyric.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up. You have to give me some.
Yeah,
you
can look it up right here. Dubbsak. He's got his Bad to the Bone album right there. Play some music for us.
I'll have to check it out.
Okay.
I don't know if YouTube might block us if we play it.
Okay.
I'll have to do some investigation on that.
Gotcha.
So I want to know, are you
are we getting close or?
Yeah, we're getting close, man.
Okay.
Are you done talking to me?
No, not at all. I just wanted to and then
go ahead, man. Smoke away. So speaking of smoking away,
yeah,
I wanted to know kind of about, because you and we've never discussed this. So I wanted to know, are you religious, spiritual, all of the above, none of the above? I'm just curious about that.
No, I'm not. I'm not religious or anything like that. I don't really believe in God. I don't think. I don't know. I don't really. Nothing's proved to me about a God, I guess. But I'm more of like, live life now while we can, and maybe we come back something fucking cool next time. That's my approach.
Hey, that's a good approach to have. I mean, treat others like you want to be treated, right?
It's all love, man. I like to live like that, with just all love.
What's your take on the legalization of weed?
I think that's gonna make make weed legal, make alcohol illegal.
Well, in 2018, starting January 1st, 2018, weed's going to be legal in California.
Well, yeah, but like I said, and you make alcohol illegal and see how much more love comes out of people just because it's going to be the opposite effect.
Do you drink it all?
They're going to be high technically rather than being at a rate and just belligerent. And you're going to see a lot of a difference from people, I'd say. So I really believe in weed. It's always helped me.
Do you drink it all?
I drink sometimes, but I don't drink too much ever. I drink on occasion because my girlfriend drinks, and usually I got to drink to be around her.
What? No.
Yeah.
It's just fun to drink with somebody.
It's cool. Like I said, I'll drink a little bit, you know, I'll have like a Grey Goose and fucking Red Bull or something like that, and all I need is like one or so.
Yeah, I don't drink at all. I don't.
I actually like
I
like vodka. I don't know why, but that's just like my choice of drink now. So that's cool.
How do you think the legalization in California is going to affect the rest of the country? Do you think that everybody's going to follow suit?
Do what?
Are you paying attention to that at all? About what's going on in the entire country?
I don't have cable or fucking newspaper or anything like that. So literally off the grid for the past couple years. So I don't know anything until it literally comes about from somebody's mouth usually or something.
Okay, so that actually leads me right into my next question. Is researching for this and going through stuff. I'm trying to figure out how, and what to ask skaters. And I'm coming to the conclusion, it seems like a lot of skaters don't really have an opinion on anything. Right?
It's just because we're so wrapped up into like our own fucking world of what we love, you know what I mean? And that's mostly skateboarding. We're mostly just about skateboarding. So if we're thinking about something, 96 to 97% of the time, it's probably going to be like a trick, or like, when am I going to set up that new board, or like I need to clean some bearings or something, or like, where's that spot the fucking homie told me about the other day, like fucking, or when are we going to fucking link up the homie? Like, let's link up and fucking get a skate or something. That's what I'm thinking sometimes, you know what I mean?
Most of the time.
Besides kicking it with the girlfriend and spending our time. And
so I'll ask you then, what do you have an opinion on? Besides, like, outside of skateboarding.
Outside of skateboarding?
Do you have an opinion on anything?
Oof. Just like, give me a second here. You put me on the spot and you like make me have to think hella hard. So you want to give me a second for this?
I mean, we got all the time in the world, man. It's not like we're live.
We don't have too much time. We want to skate, right?
See, that's what you're thinking about.
I'm thinking about skating. Yeah,
that's what you have an opinion on, is how soon you can go skate.
Exactly. We want to skate. We're in SAG. We want to get some skating. That's right. Grinding.
So I guess it's about that time then.
Hold on.
You have an opinion on something?
So I have an opinion. Yeah. All these people drinking. I mean,
so alcohol
is a big opinion for me, because I have a lot of homies falling out.
Yeah.
And drugs, the homies are getting deep. Like it gets bad. I got family who's...
So just for the record, do you not consider weed a drug?
I do not consider weed a drug.
I just wanted... I'm not trying to argue on that. I just wanted to make sure that when you say drinking and drugs, you're not talking about weed.
Fuck no. I'm talking about hardcore drugs. I'm talking about
drugs.
Heroin. I got a lot of friends who are on heroin, and they are just getting their soul sucked out of them, and you can tell. And then you can tell that they lie to you and shit about it. And it's just like, it's nothing that I'm, that I should, it's not my fucking business. You know what I mean? But it is my business, because it is your business, because you're my fucking homie and I got mad love. So I got a brother who's, shooting up heroin now.
See, and that, I mean, if you consider him a brother,
he is my brother.
Well, if he is your brother, then in my opinion, that kind of is your business to at least, at least say something.
Oh, I've said plenty of shit, man.
That's easy for me to say.
It's hard. It's hard because there's nothing I can do besides, if I were to take him in, it'll be bad because he's going to start having to steal for his high. And then it'll just be bad between us. So that would be the that would be the thing, you know? So I got mad love for my brother Austin, but I just hope that he goes to maybe jail soon, you know?
So
he can
a
get
lot
out
of
of the scene.
people, a lot of people say that's like one of the best things for.
I mean, unless he can get it in jail still, because I mean, it's gonna be it's capable
Well,
unless
he'd have to do something super duper serious to be able to get it in jail.
yeah,
He'd have to go to prison. You're not getting it in jail. You're getting it in prison.
yeah.
But so going back to it, alcohol is basically something that you have. Would you say the biggest opinion on is that
Well,
you
I
think
mean-
alcohol should be straight up illegal?
I mean, not technically, but
I'm not forcing you into an opinion, bro. I'm just-
everybody just abuses it. People just abuse it. And yes, go get fucked up, go puke on yourself, go get all fucking belligerent. But when I'm around it, usually I'm high. So
Those don't mix
it's
very well.
totally different. And I'm fucking high, and these people are splashing beer in my lap and shit, and I just want to sock somebody. Or, you know, sometimes I just go for the pool usually because I like to play pool. So I'll go out there and play pool and shit. And these motherfuckers can't play, you know, like they can't fucking play pool or anything like that because they're just drunk as fuck or whatever it is. I don't know. That's not even the only part though. It's drinking, driving, killing people. I've lost friends. It's even last night, you know, we dealt with some shit. Like last night, homies, we're all homies. We got love still, you know. It's just drinking, getting drunk. So get drunk, and then you act a fool, and then you want your specific loved one to drive you home drunk. You know what I mean? With on probation. You know what I mean? You're both on probation, so you don't want to do that. That's bad. You know, if you got love for everybody, that's not something you're gonna do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And causing a scene for like an hour about it is just fucking out of rate. And that's something I don't like to deal with when I'm high, especially. So it's like, I just hate that shit. I don't know. It's just like I don't know. You know, because they could have they could have killed somebody. They could have went and killed somebody. They could have went and killed themselves. They could have got locked up and did fucking 7 to 10 years. You know what I mean? It's just, don't put yourself in that type of position, and you wouldn't think that way. You wouldn't be thinking that way if you weren't on that level.
That's true.
You wouldn't.
Super true.
There's no way you would have thought that way.
Super duper true.
So, I mean, alcohol is a big one. Smoke some more weed, people.
I always say that.
Adam.
Well, no,
Adam, this is for you. You need to fucking smoke more weed. You need to kick back on the drinking, because literally can kill you. That's it. That's all it is. You know what I mean? It's just real, and you got so much potential in life, but you know, it's just coming from me and everybody else here, guaranteed.
Well, I hope he hears you.
I do too. Say gang gang.
All right, my man. So we're gonna check out your ender. It's about that time where I want to find out about that ender. So your ender was fakie full cab flip. Down what's that? Like a 7 or 8? 7?
Yeah. I was just like, remember we were skating at Mather or doing something, then you're like, you want to go skate this spot and go check out this fucking, and yeah, and we were like, all right, let's do this trick there. And we just said the trick. We didn't really go there and see what it was and start the trick. So I have that trick in my head. I got to go there and do that trick. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like a forced thing, really, but it came out sick. I love how it came out because we were skating for probably an hour or so, and I'm getting close to doing it, and the security guard comes up to us or whatever, and he said, "Get the fuck out of here." And we're like, "Dude, please, dude, I'm so fucking close. I'm so close. Let me land this, please." And he said, no. And then it's like, all right, well, I'm doing one more shot. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Like, we're doing this. And I fucking got it, dude. And when I landed it, I took off running. Pretty far, I'm pretty sure. And it was just a sprint of happiness.
A sprint of happiness.
It was sick.
So, do you agree with this being your ender?
Yeah, because of what happened. And it sucks that only you technically, or the people you share that story with, would know that. You know what I mean? You didn't capture, I mean, we didn't really capture it on film or anything like that.
Well, no, I shot your whole sprinting. And
No, not the sprinting, but the actual security guard.
No,
you know what I mean?
That.
Yeah, so I mean that would have been cool to have him actually say that to us, so people knew. You know what I mean? Technically, but you know, now you know.
That's why I started this podcast, because I'm sure that there are so many stories from every skate video you watch. Guaranteed, there's just like a crazy amount of stories that went into filming that that video part. So I'm sure people want to know. You know, I want to know about those stories.
Yeah,
I want to know about that ender.
Yep, that's true.
How important do you think an ender is?
You know, somebody just recently told me about a like the beginner is just as important as an ender, and I never even thought about it like that. I mean, it's kind of true, isn't it?
I mean, you have to trap their attention.
I guess I'm thinking more into that now. I don't know why. Maybe the weed, but yeah, an ender's pretty fucking important because that's what they're ending you on. You know, depending on if you got the ender on the whole video or just the ender in your part or whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, the ender's pretty important.
So what's your favorite trick? That's the last question I'm gonna ask you. In your part?
What is my favorite?
What is your favorite trick in your 7.5 minute part?
The backside flip over the rail.
Which one?
The backside flip over the rail.
So it's a backside flip over, what is that? How many stairs?
I don't know, but this was right down the street from my house.
9 or 10 stair rail, and you backside flip over it.
Yeah, it took me a couple days to do it because when we went there, I tried it all day and didn't get it. I tried it for a couple hours.
Yeah, you got wrecked like 50 times.
I got fucked up, and then I went home and had the worst night of my life. I cramped up, and I was dehydrated. It was this hot day, so I cramped up. I hadn't eaten anything all day, and I didn't really drink too much water. And once I cramped up, I puked, and my whole body ached all fucking night, and I didn't sleep all night. And I was just really, I don't know what happened, dude. It was the worst thing that's really ever happened to my body, I'd say. It was just dehydration from what I know. And I went back and got it after that, so that was pretty rewarding, I'd say. It was the only time that's ever really happened. That's, you know,
we had to fight that hard for a spot.
Yeah, for a trick.
Well, all right, my man. I think that about wraps it up. You got anything else?
Get it while you can, fucking you getters.
All right. So if you want to find Zak Shaner on Instagram, you're at Shaner, right?
Yeah,
Shaner.
2 N's. Shaner.
2 N's.
On the Shaner.
If you want to find us, we are About That Ender.
Or is it Shiner if it's 1 N?
Well, if it was 1 N, it'd be Shiner.
Shiner.
But if it's 2 N's, that's Shinner. Shaner.
Not 2 N's on the Shaner.
Not 2 N's on the Shaner, but 2 N's on the Shinner.
Don't put this in there.
Shaner. You can find the show at About That Ender on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that fun jazz. And we're out.